What's up, guys? It's WLHQ here. Today we got more beta slots for iOS for Feral on iOS. We got basically 1K more slots, so 1,000 more people can join the beta via iOS from getting it on test flight. So make sure you go to the Discord the Feral official Discord server. You mixed up here, guys. Pardon me on that. And I'm hoping you guys are having a great day also. And there's actually a new build that's also I'm going to follow up on. We basically, with this build right here that I'm actually playing on right now, should have better performance and a whole lot less crashes than before, hopefully. So that's a nice thing. I actually haven't really tested out this build yet. I've been doing other things, and you know, life usually basically gets busy, and I usually don't have time to do the things I want, which one of the things is playing this game on this new build, Feral, until I crash. It's basically what I've been doing since soft launch for mobile actually came out. But I have not been able to do that yet. And the build's actually released like yesterday, which was Monday. I have automatic app updates enabled via test flight, so I got it automatically out of nowhere apparently. So, and also anyone that has an Apple device that runs iOS or iPadOS 13 and up can play this game. But the recommended specs that I recommend you to have for hardware for like your iPhone, your iPad, you know, all that kind of good stuff. And if you have lower specs than what I do mention, you will pretty much have more problems depending on what you have. I mean, the lower specs will have more issues than the more beefier your device is, which is having the better specs. I have about I would say, in my perspective, mid-range. I would say, based on my point of view on this, is you should have at least a 4-core CPU. A 4-core CPU clocked at least 2 gigahertz or 200 megahertz, not 200 megahertz, but 2000 megahertz, to put it in a different perspective if you're not looking at gigahertz. And then you should have at least a 4-core GPU, which is what my iPhone XS Max has, with the A12 having a 6-core CPU. But minimum at least 4 cores in the CPU, 4 cores for the GPU. The CPU has to be clocked at least 2 gigahertz or 2000 megahertz, as I previously just said, so I'm repeating myself here for some parts. 4 gigabytes of LPDDR4X RAM or whatever, so at least 4 gigs of RAM. Anything lower than 4 gigs will give you some issues, and you may crash a whole lot more often. Definitely with clock speeds, you need a faster GPU. You basically need a fast GPU like my iPhone XS Max, but mine's over 2 gigahertz or 2000 megahertz. But also, I believe that's pretty much about it. You need to be running at least iOS 13 or above. I'm running iOS 14.5. And in my head, I think this is about it. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering or anything like that. I'm just guess I didn't have my video planned out as I wanted to, but if you did catch what I did say, those are the recommended specs that you should have for running Feral on an Apple device via iPad or on iPhone. Make sure you have those specs, because if you have the lower specs like my iPhone SE, which was a dual core processor or 2 cores, a 6-core GPU, which I don't understand how it had 6 cores, but and then it had 2 gigabytes of RAM, and the CPU was clocked at 1.8 gigahertz or 1800 megahertz, which was not even enough for it being at least 4 to 5 years old now. And today's standards of how much it was used, I guess, is because of the fact that I was using it a lot. But then again, it's a mixture of the fact. But it cannot even run. I can't even get into City Pharaoh on my SC, and that's from my standpoint on that. But I am excited for the more people that will have access to this game. This is just another step farther before they release the game, which is still unknown, and Feral is still not on the App Store. It's still not back on there yet, but with more updates like this coming out, we will get more stability and stuff. And yeah, pardon for all my stutters and stuff. I'm hoping you guys don't mind that, but I might have to find some time to go and test out this new build and see how long it is before I actually crash here. And I'll hopefully find time to do that over this during this week or this weekend. I might do a live stream, maybe closer to the end of this week, maybe on the weekend. And if I do end up doing a live stream, there may not be an upload for that particular day, unless if it's on a Friday. I might record on a Friday, but it's not likely, so I might do a live stream on Friday. And that's probably about it for you guys. I think you guys have had enough, hopefully, and I hope you all look forward for my next upload, which is this Saturday and Sunday. So WHQ is pretty much done for right now for a day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, everyone.